Hi, welcome to another A.B.A.T.E TV show. My name is Pat Jones. I'm the president again. This is Diane. Diane is our safety and ed coordinator. She's one of the board of directors here. She's a director. So,
And board.
is your chair sinking down or something?
My chair is sinking down. No?
Grab the thing and jerk it up. While she's jerking it up, we'll be telling you about what's going on this week in A.B.A.T.E. Motorcycle safety, number one thing. Start thinking safety, ride safely. Here we go. Already we're getting text messages. Oscar, did you give Oscar his road name? Who, that guy? Yeah, his name is Oscar so far. By the way, that was Leon. Leon's sitting over there with his beautiful wife Karen, and they want to know if Oscar's got a road name yet. Oscar will have one eventually. So, motorcycle safety and getting your bike ready, because really everybody is out riding right now. Right, Diane?
I've seen quite a few people out riding.
Okay. So, first thing you do, check the tires. Don't just put air in them, go out for a damn ride. Put air in them, look at them real good. Spin them around. Don't be like Oscar. Don't be like this guy. Dry rot tires. Put air, look for them. Look for little cracks. If you see those cracks, don't ride the damn bike. Not safe. Go by whatever dealership. If you go to Honda, go to Honda. If you go to Harley, go to Harley. Get the tires changed. If you're buying another bike, like Oscar is, don't change the tires. Let them change the tires after you buy the new bike. Look, he's shaking his head. Shake your head. Wave, Oscar. Wave. He's even. Yeah, like we can see him, right? But we can. So, check the tires. First thing you do, seriously. Next, check your lights. Make sure all your lights are working. Make sure your turn signals are working. Make sure your brake lights are working. If not, change the bulbs. Put in bright bulbs. I changed on the Super Glide instead of 1157s. I believe I put 2057s. Makes a big difference. Blue dot in the taillight. It's legal. Might as well do it. I don't know if Wisconsin changed it yet. Do you know, Oscar? Oscar said, I don't know. Okay. All right, we already got a smiley. Oscar, Leon wants to name you like his wife's name. She's like Sunshine, and you'd be Smiley. You'd be, hey, Mr. Smiley. And Oscar says no comment. Leon, go back to bed. Anyway, after you check your lights, look at your wires. Make sure your wires are not frayed. Make sure your throttle cable's good. If you have those cableless throttle, don't know how it works. Must be some kind of servo. What's in there in the cableless throttle, Oscar? A servo or something? We should get Andy on the phone. Okay, why we're getting Andy on the phone? Because he probably knows a little bit about this. Diane's going to entertain you with some safety and ed facts.
I was at a couple of schools over the last month, and Little Village, and
There's always going to be a little village. Don't
I
they got a big
know,
village
La
somewhere?
Villita, and they're really nice and really receptive. And again, everybody is welcome to please volunteer. Come out and do a class with me. It's always a lot of fun. It's entertaining. It's kind of like going back to school, but we talk about basic things like road safety, looking out for motorcyclists, being safe on the road, and all sorts of other things that can happen too. Cost of insurance, and the repercussions of being under the age of 25.
I will not comb my hair. Andy!
Yeah.
Excuse me, Dan. Hey, Andy, we got you on speakerphone right now. We're doing the live show from CAN TV.
Yes.
And we're talking about checking your bike before you go out and start the riding season proper, which technically started last month. So, the tips I gave so far is check your tires, check your brakes, check your lights, check your cables. What else you got, Andy?
Well, it's probably a good idea to also, make sure your oil levels are proper, your brake fluid's proper.
Transmission?
Yeah, you need to make sure all your fluids are proper. Make sure that you got fresh oil and everything. To start off the new season, providing that you didn't change it before you put it away. If you changed it before you put it away, then you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, and what about tires? I was just explaining about dry rot, Andy.
Well, that's another good thing. You need to check your tires to make sure there's no cracks, because that's signs of dry rot. You know, and you'll see that along the sidewalls of the tires.
And Andy is our activities director, and he was going to tell us about an event that's coming up. Have we got an event coming up, Andy?
Well, we got our spring fling.
What's the spring
We are
fling?
hoping that's going to be a success this year, since we're having it a little bit later in the season, due to, last few times we had some bad weather and people couldn't come out to support us. So hopefully this year it'll be different, because we definitely need the support of everybody. And also we have that band, we have that Redneck,
Superfly Redneck.
Superfly Redneck, and man, they are definitely a good band. What you think, Pat?
I thought they were great.
June
Yeah.
10th.
Most definitely.
Don't forget the date, June 10th.
So that's June 10th, correct, Andy? I'm trying to find a flyer for it right now.
I have it.
Yeah, that's June 10th. It's going to be same place, Foster, Cicero. Easy to get to, easy in, easy out. We got games for the kids. We've got obviously the live band. We have the beer truck. We're going to have some good food, as always. So hopefully everybody can show up. And another thing that you want to stress, that you don't have to be on a motorcycle to show up.
What?
You know? No, it's open to everybody.
Oh, man, I thought you had to be on a motorcycle to come to that thing.
No. You can show up in an ATV, a bicycle, a car, a truck. It doesn't matter. You can bring your kids, you can bring your mother, your father, everybody.
What about if you bring your girlfriend and your wife shows up? Then what? Now what do we do?
Well, what happened at the spring fling stays at the spring fling.
Really? Well, here's what I got. I have the
It's just
picture
like Vegas.
of the spring fling up here. I'm going to put it up on the screen right now. Okay, it is June 10th, 2017.
Yeah.
Come party with us. Gates open at noon. Free food and beer while it lasts. Vendors wanted. If you want to be a vendor,
Also, Pat,
yes.
you might want to mention that if everybody's a little bit leery about, checking out their bike and blah, 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 they can always bring it to Harlem and Addison and talk to Mark. Mark's a very good bike mechanic. He's got quite a few years of experience with all kinds of bikes. It doesn't have to be a Harley. It can be a Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, a scooter. It doesn't matter. He fixes everything, and he's good.
What about a mini chopper?
Mini chopper, anything.
Can he fix a
Could be
mini
an
chopper?
outboard mortar. It doesn't matter. He can fix it.
Would he give a man a foot massage?
He can fix anything.
Did you say yes?
Pardon me?
I was just showing the flyer again. So, yes, we are here, Andy. Thank you very much for calling in, even though we called you. It's always nice to hear from one of our board of directors, when they participate in an ABATE sponsored event,
Yes, it is.
So I should have put you on FaceTime, and then we could have showed everybody how beautiful you are, Andy.
Great.
Because you're
Appreciate
you are a pretty man.
Thank
I
you
gotta
so
say.
much.
Wait, we're gonna get a picture of Andy up here on the screen right now. This is Andy. This is our activities director. Holy God, it's taking forever to load. Wait, I'm gonna watch it load. There he is. That's Andy. So if you want to see Andy, get over to Harlem and Addison and tell him, hey, come look at my bike. Andy, thanks again, brother. We just hang up on him. Don't even wait to say goodbye.
What manners? Who cares?
Right. I have
Bye.
manners. So, like Andy said, if you're stuck, you don't want to do it yourself, bring it to a shop. If you want to go to Harlem and Addison, go to Harlem and Addison. They've got a bunch of great guys over there, and they can take care of just about anything. Next up, our spring fling. That's coming up June 10th. So, if you need tickets, stop by Harlem and Addison. Contact one of our board of directors. Our next meeting is. When's our next meeting, Dan? What's the date?
Third Wednesday. I don't know.
No. What's the date? If the
April,
month started on the
May.
3rd,
This is May.
then it would be the 10th tomorrow. Then
18th.
next was,
I'm guessing.
I see someone went to Chicago Public Schools.
17th.
See, Ram, this is what they learned. The 17th.
I
not the
survived
18th.
Chicago Public Schools. There's
3,
a
10,
difference.
17, 24, 31. So,
It's the 17th.
next Wednesday, May
I got a
17th,
3 on my ACT.
we'll be having
Yeah.
a meeting over at the brewery, 3848 North Harlem Avenue. You do not have to be a member. Come on by. You don't like it, leave. Plain and simple. I don't like some of the people that come there, but I gotta be there. When Cookie comes out, I don't even let Cookie in the meeting anymore. We tell him to wait in the, Sam said crack kills. Oh, this is one of our activity directors. Yes, Andy, this is Chicago A.B.A.T.E TV. How can I help you?
Yes, I was wondering, do you have to have a motorcycle in order to be a member of A.B.A.T.E?
Holy crap, it was like you were listening to the show. No, I just said, when our meeting at the brewery next Wednesday, Omari's laughing at you, by the way. Omari said he needs more pajamas. Okay? He's laughing. Don't laugh. I brought him a pair, and we cut out the crotch for him. So, he needs more. He said no, he put it back in. But we need more pajamas for Omari. No, you don't have to be a member to join A.B.A.T.E. You don't have to be a member to support A.B.A.T.E. You don't have to have a motorcycle to be with A.B.A.T.E. Just come out and do your thing.
That's great. I get a lot of people that come through the shop, as a matter of fact, and they keep asking that question, you know. I like motorcycles. I like what you guys do. But, I don't have a motorcycle. Can I join? I said, sure you can join. Here's the application.
Tell them if they don't want to join, just give us some money.
I do have applications at Harlem and Addison, by the way.
I heard that about you. I was just telling everybody what a marvelous director you are. Yes, Andy is our activities director, and he's based out of Harlem and Addison, up on the northwest corner. You can get anything you want A.B.A.T.E. related there except product. But I think one day this year, we'll set up a products booth outside, and we'll just sell product to everybody. What do you think, Andy?
I think that's a great idea.
Bikini bike wash?
By the way, I'm signing
Hit a
up
swap
for a
meet?
member tomorrow.
Yeah, what about a swap meet? Diane wants to know if we can do a swap meet.
A swap meet is not very good. I think that's, that doesn't, if we don't, that's not, no.
How about a pajama party? We've got enough of them.
Oh, maybe there you go. A pajama party will be probably a better idea than a swap meet.
All right, Andy, we got to get back to the show. I mean, you calling like we got nothing better to do.
Everybody, I said hello, and I hope to see everybody at the Spring Fling.
Spring Fling, okay. Oh, by the way, Andy's 61 now. I just hung up on his ass again.
How about a decibel meter?
Yes, at the Spring Fling this year, we got two. I've got two. Oscar's got one. Harper's got one. We have 4 decibel meters that we're going to set up at different locations just to see when the bikes are coming in, check the decibel level on them. By the way, we don't even have to do that because Bill's dead. Not Bill, the Bill, 2542, 3829, 2430. What, Oscar's just giving me the finger, I think. Damn, Oscar, he's something else. And again, Andy. 24 something. I'll get the bill number here. Somebody text me the bill number, all right? Don't make me look like a goof over here. Anyways, that bill is dead. Now I think they're just going after ambulances, which that's okay with me. Bill number, House Bill 2402. I knew that. I was just teasing you, Oscar. That's nice. We got the big window. You guys got to come down to the studio. If you ever want to see what goes on behind the scenes, Diane putting on her makeup over here, Oscar getting undressed. He likes to sit with his pants off
because Dr. Denton.
He doesn't want his pants to get wrinkled, so when Oscar comes in, he takes his pants off, hangs them over the chair, wallet falls out, we eat lunch, free. Anyways, back to motorcycle stuff. Be careful when you're out there. Even though it's wet, you can still ride in the rain. So cars don't believe that motorcycles should be on the road in the rain. Don't know what it is. They like to cut you off.
Well, the problem is too, and this is something that we address in the schools. I talk to the kids. A lot of them are even oblivious of the fact that motorcycles are smaller and less easy to see. They're not paying attention. They're still learning to. But this works for adults too. And I've been reaching out to a couple of different organizations, possibly to an adult education group, because sharing not only do you have to worry about looking out for cars and bikes and trucks and everything like that, motorcycles are smaller. Yes, they are less easy to see. And sometimes people aren't just paying attention. They're distracted by God knows what. And this is something that we have to look out for. How many people do we know that have been killed or injured in motorcycle crashes? And most
This
of
year
them
a
are
lot.
crashes.
This year a
They're
lot.
crashes. Most of them are avoidable. They're caused by error in some way by somebody.
It's mostly left turns. Seriously.
Left turn in
It
front
is
of the
mostly
bike.
left turns.
That's how 2 friends of mine got killed.
Well, all I know is everybody's out riding. I've seen bikes out tonight, and it is nasty out. So watch for motorcycles. Tell your friends. Tell them this. That guy on a bike, he's probably somebody's father. He's definitely somebody's son. Okay? He may be somebody's grandfather. We've got guys in their 70s riding motorcycles, which pretty much means that he could be a great-great-grandfather or great-great-great-grandfather. Let's see, let me do some math here. I won't do some Diane math.
I'm not gonna do
I'll
math.
do my math. So, say a guy has a kid at 17, by the time he's 34, the kid's 17, he can have a son, 17, 34. He could be a triple great-grandfather by my math. Look at Oscar, he's helping me, he's putting up fingers, not just one.
Mick Jagger's a
all of them.
great-grandfather.
Mick Jagger is something else. In fact, speaking of Mick Jagger, because of the construction that goes on in the forest preserves, one year we had to have our party at Bussy Woods, and we hired a band. It was a Rolling Stones tribute band. We had them come out. They played at another event we did, and it was a chili party just before the spring fling. This guy, he was phenomenal. Jumping all over, dancing all over. He did the whole Mick Jagger thing. It was like 75 years old. I thought the guy was going to have a stroke when I seen him afterwards. He was all bent over, out of breath. So we hired him to do the spring fling. Spring fling was a bus. It was pouring that day. He wanted us to pay him for not showing up. How do you like that one? So Rolling Stones tribute bands, beware. There's an old guy. He's in his 70s, and he can sing though. He can dance. But right after the show, man, you got to get the oxygen out.
It was a lot of fun. And it is a good time when you come out to the spring fling. There's people from all over, different groups. And a lot of people who don't ride motorcycles, but again, like you had said, they like motorcycles, they respect people with alternate forms of transportation, which is essentially...
We have people that don't ride motorcycles in A.B.A.T.E. We really do. We lost a good one last year. Joe Malika, good friend of mine, didn't ride a motorcycle, he rode a scooter a few times. Great guy. If you were doing something and he walked by, he stopped and helped you. If we mentioned in a meeting that somebody wasn't able to go get a permit for something, he'd call you the next day and say, hey, I got the permit. You know, how much? Don't worry about it. He paid for everything. Joe's a good guy. And did not ride a motorcycle, but I did get him on a scooter. I did have him on a scooter. We had a 5K, and he decided that he wanted to try it, and he rode that damn thing. So, Joe, thanks. He left us last year. We had a few members leave us in the last 2 years. Tony DeLegge, Norval Green. Who else? I'm trying to just visualize all the damn patches on my vest. How's that? Does that suck? That's how you gotta count your friends? Anyways, be safe out there. Ride careful. You don't want to end up looking like Oscar. Okay? I mean, he's not pretty, but he is ours. Oops. Whoa. Oscar's face just popped off the screen. Okay, that and all the other bills that we're going through, Dan Harper, I talked to him this afternoon. Everything's pretty much dead legislatively. When you come to the meeting, we'll have more information for you. If there's anything that you want to know about A.B.A.T.E, go to www.chicagobate.com and click on the contact us. Where is it? Let's see. Log in. Oh yeah, you can log in. Blah, blah, blah. Contact us. Fill it all in. Somebody will get a hold of you. Kevin will get it. He'll send it to me. I'll most likely call you. If you put your phone number in, you're getting a phone call. If you just put an email, you'll get a message, call me, blah, 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 here's my number. If you want to text us tonight, the phone number is 708-280-6053. We're going to have like a serious segment towards the end. As soon as Oscar shows me the, hey, we got to wrap up the show, you know, as soon as he shows us that, we're going to do a tribute to a brother that we lost, good riding partner. He rode the ugliest bike you ever seen. The bike looked like a frickin' spaceship, is all I can explain about it. Let me see if I can pull him up here.
Let's see, there's something too I just want to add that's so important about being a participant with ABATE is that you have no idea how our legislators do whatever they can to try and take away our rights. And it's not just motorcyclists, it's just people in general. And if you don't stand up to defend your rights, they take them away and good luck getting them back. And this is why I have so much admiration for Pat and for Dan and the guys that are actively involved with legislation down in Springfield, because without them, you have no idea what could happen.
Well, you know what? Mario Neves, international president of LAMA, he introduced us one time at a party they were having, and he said, here's how he introduced us. He goes, I want everybody to be quiet for a minute. He goes, and he invited me and Dan and everybody from Chicago A.B.A.T.E up there to the stage, and he says, now you see these guys here? When you guys are out riding your motorcycle, they're not. You see these guys here? When you guys are having a fun at a party or rally, these guys are in Springfield. This guy, he pointed to Dan Harper, this guy's in Washington. These guys are doing this stuff that needs to be done to keep you riding free in the state of Illinois and all throughout the country while you're out having a good time on your motorcycle. And I tell you right now, to this day, that's the most flattering thing anybody ever said about Chicago ABATE, or any kind of motorcycle rights organization.
But it's true, because if you were to look at some of the legislation that is being put forth by our legislators, most of it doesn't have to do with actual safety.
Nope.
It has to do with how can we get more taxes? How can we get more fees, more fines from people? Why did you have to fight for the right to have for the dead red light bill? Why did you have to fight to get motorcycles back on Lakeshore Drive when they were banned? There's no reason for it. You have to fight Big Brother. But I give these guys
Big Brother and
amazing
the Holding
credit.
Company.
And Janice Joplin.
There you go.
But I cannot say it more stridently enough. These people stand up for what is right, even when they're in the minority, and they work with our legislators to negotiate with them, to talk common sense. There are certain legislators that can always be counted upon for a motorcycle bill, a Second Amendment bill, or something to take away people's rights. And it's not right, it's not fair, but somebody has to stand up for everyone.
Look at this. Cookie's trying to tease me with food. You can't tease me, Cookie. I'll go get my own food. I don't know what he's eating, but it looks damn good. Looks like a Maxwell Street Polish. You son of a... All right, I know where I'm going. Anyways, you don't need a motorcycle. All you have to do is believe in personal freedoms, because the more freedoms they take away from you, the less freedoms you'll have.
And that's unfortunately
How you
the
like
way
that?
things go in this state.
Quote me. Oscar, you can quote me on anyone. So anyways, I found a picture of Dean Clark on his spaceship, I think it's called. This is our brother Dean. He's driving his spaceship. I used to laugh at that damn bike. And he was next to me one time, and we're just tooling along down the highway, and he said, let's run it. I cracked the throttle, he cracked the throttle. I watched the back of his bike for the next 20 minutes. That's all I seen. And we were flying. Not breaking any laws, mind you, of course. We wouldn't do that. But that spaceship could fly. That was unbelievable. We lost Dean last Saturday or Sunday. Cancer is a bitch. Cancer sucks. www.cancersucks.org. They should start up. And I honestly think that they have certain cures that the government don't let out. I'm not a conspiracy guy, but I do think that they have something that they're not telling everybody. Here's what happens. Here's cancer. They beat cancer. Now, nobody throws money at cancer anymore.
There's no money in
Cancer
cures.
research. Exactly. So now we got to do cancer ABATE. What do you think about that, Oscar? It's just like the seatbelt people. When they were bitching about, oh, we got to wear seatbelts, I told them you should have seatbelt ABATE. When they were bitching about smoking, oh, now we can't smoke, we got to go outside to smoke. Get cigarette ABATE, tobacco
Your rights are
ABATE.
taken away without any, whatever happened to no taxation without representation.
I think it
I-
was just a saying.
Well, that's part of what stimulated our revolution.
Didn't we have some Boston Tea Party over that?
Yeah, something like
Well.
that over a small TXNT.
I've heard of history before. I've had a history lesson or
But
two.
apparently it's not being taught in the schools. I guess they took away cursive writing. Nobody can read the Constitution anymore.
Well, I went into one of the classes to teach motorcycle safety. It's not my pen, actually. So I go in and I'm teaching the motorcycle safety class by myself. Road Dog couldn't make it that day. By the way, Road Dog taken from us way too soon. Ugly as sin. Nasty. Loved him. He was one of a kind, believe me. I'm in there teaching. What the hell was I going to tell him about?
You're in the class teaching. He's the kind of dog that walks into the room and then wonders why he was there, what I went to get.
I was
There
thinking
was a
about,
point.
No, I was thinking about Road Dog and the toilet plunger when the Indian lady came in the room, and it was bad. It was,
We've all had experiences in the classroom, and it's always a lot of fun. We've done
oh,
classes
I know what I was
together.
saying. So I'm in the room, and we give out a test. It's not a graded test, you know. We do it with all the kids in the room, and I give out the test, and I said, okay, everybody, we got 10 minutes. At 12:45, put your pencils down. And I seen everybody look down. Nobody looked up, and I said, see the clock? We can't read that clock. Seriously? You can't read a clock? No, they had to all look on their phones to see when 12:45
Yeah,
was.
digital.
That was hilarious. So just thinking of, you know, what they do and what they don't learn in the schools and what they don't
It's a
teach.
deliberate dumbing down process, and this is another thing too. People don't realize that you have rights as citizens, and we have to stand up for our rights as citizens and say, you're not taking our rights away, we know what our rights are, and you're not going to pee in our back and tell us that it's raining.
I always heard it was pissed on our back and tell us it's raining.
Well,
That's the way I heard it.
I purified it.
Got a cookie? There, how you like that? Comb your hair with a brick? Yeah.
Cookie, lend me your comb.
What, he's acting like I combed my hair with a brick tonight. I think it looks pretty damn
No,
good.
but it comes back to,
What, my hair?
without guys like you and Dan and Andy and
And Oscar. What about Oscar? Well, we better
and
get a
people
picture
that
of
go
Oscar.
to Springfield, Kevin,
Kevin, he busts his ass for us, believe it or not. You know, I love him. I like
but
him.
it's unfortunate, but it is a fact that you have to stand up for your rights or they will be taken away. And again, once they're taken away, good luck getting them back. New York, they didn't fight the helmet laws, it's a helmet state now. California, and so on. A helmet is not an accident prevention
Oh, wait,
device.
we got a thank you from Cookie. He's with the Widow Sons 357 chapter. Thank you guys for all you do. Cookie, we love you too, man. Lot of clubs join ABATE. A lot of clubs. My opinion is, if you have a club, a writing organization, any kind of association, join ABATE. Throw it in your bylaws. Tell your guys, hey, we should do this.
Without ABATE,
All right, now, here's where we're gonna get that, we just got the wrap up from Oscar. Omari's over there cracking him in the head, telling him, let's go wrap it up. Okay, so, I'm gonna read this off to you. I'm gonna show you this picture right here, because I want to see our brother Dean, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how to do this crap anymore. Okay, nope, I guess I'm not gonna do that because I don't know how to do it. Anyways, there's a picture of Dean that I'm gonna put up as soon as I read this. Dean Clark, 59 of DeKalb, died Thursday, May 4th at Kishwaukee Hospital in DeKalb. He's a veteran. He was a graduate of Burlington Central High School and a veteran of the United States Army. He was employed by Northern Illinois Fence for over 30 years. Member of the Masonic Lodge, Sycamore Elks Club, and the VFW, and Widow Sons. He was the president of one of our chapters. Dean passed away from cancer. Cancer sucks. We're off.